Welcome back to Solace. Tonight, we're going somewhere quiet, somewhere you've never been, and somewhere you don't need to remember the way to it. Because Elowen already knows it. Before we begin, let's settle in together. Wherever you are lying right now, let your shoulders drop a little heavier into the mattress. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands rest. Open, arms soft. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it go. Slowly, like a candle flame bending in a breeze. One more, in and out. Good. You don't need to do anything else now. Just listen. Just drift. Elowen is walking home. It's late, later than she meant to be out. And the town is gone quiet around her, the way towns do at that hour, when even the cats have found somewhere warm to curl. Her boots are soft against the cobblestones. Somewhere far off, a shutter creaks and settles. She isn't in a hurry. She's never really in a hurry. The street narrows as it always does near the old courtyard. The buildings leaning in gently toward each other, like they are sharing a secret above her head. Lanterns glow amber in a few windows. Most are dark. And that's when she notices it. A single light, small and gold, coming from a shop she has walked past 100 times and never once seen open. The Clockmaker's shop. She stops in front of the window. Rows and rows of clocks fill the glass. Carriage clocks, cuckoo clocks, tall standing clocks, with pendulums frozen mid-swing, and hundreds of small pocket watches laid out on faded velvet, like a field of tiny moons. None of them are ticking, not one. The door is propped open just slightly, an invitation, or maybe just forgetfulness. Elowen steps inside. The smell hits her first. Old wood brass polish and something like cinnamon, warm and worn into the walls after years and years of quiet afternoons. The shop is narrow, but impossibly deep. Shelves rising higher than seems reasonable, disappearing up into shadow, where she can just make out more clocks and more stacked further than any building this size should hold. "You're late," says a voice. She turns. An old man sits behind the counter, half hidden behind an enormous open clock. Its inner workings exposed, brass gears the size of dinner plates turning slowly, silently beside him. He doesn't look up from his work. His glasses are pushed down his nose, and his hands move with the unhurried certainty of someone who has done this exact task 10,000 times before. Late for what? Elowen asks. For the sleeping hour, of course. He finally looks up, and his eyes are kind, the way old eyes sometimes are, soft at the edges, like they have seen enough of the world to stop being surprised by it. Once a night, every clock in this shop needs winding down to rest, all at once. It's the only hour they are allowed to stop, he says. Elowen glances around at the still silent clocks. They're not ticking now, she says. No, the clockmaker agrees. Tonight they are already resting. You're just in time to help me tuck them in. He hands her a small brass key, warm from his palm, and gestures toward the nearest shelf. Elowen reaches for the first clock, a small carriage clock with a face like a half moon. She turns the key gently, feeling the mechanism inside settle, the tiny click of its easing into stillness. The clock seems to exhale. You don't need to wind it to make it go, the clockmaker explains softly, watching her. You wind it to let it stop. There is a difference. Most people forget that, he says. She moves to the next one, and the next one. Each clock as she touches it seems to soften, its hands going heavy, its gears slowing, the whole small machine settling into a kind of peace machines aren't usually allowed to have. Can you feel that? The particular kind of quiet that comes after something has been working very hard and is finally allowed to rest. The clockmaker pours 2 cups of tea from a kettle that seems to have been steaming since before she arrived. The tea smells of cinnamon and something floral she can't quite place. He doesn't ask if she wants any, he simply knows. How long have you had this shop? She asks, cradling the warm cup. Longer than the street outside it, he says, which isn't really an answer, but somehow satisfies her completely. They work together in comfortable silence for a while, Elowen winding down the smaller clocks on the lower shelves. The clockmaker tending to the taller standing ones, his hands never rushing, never fumbling. Outside, if you listened closely, you might have heard the whole street growing quieter too, as though the shop's stillness was spreading gently through the walls, into the cobblestones, into the sleeping town beyond. There's a cuckoo clock near the window, its little wooden bird peeking halfway out, frozen mid-song. Elowen winds it down slowly, and the bird settles back into its little door, disappearing for the night. Where does she go? She asks, the bird when it's not singing. Somewhere soft, the clockmaker says, the same place all tired things go, eventually. They move deeper into the shop, where the ceilings seem to stretch impossibly high, lined with clocks. Elowen is certain, weren't there a moment ago, grandfather clocks with painted moons on their faces, tiny hourglass clocks filled with sand the color of dusk, a clock made entirely of stained glass that scatters soft-colored light across the floorboards, even though no candle burns near it. Each one, as she winds it down, seems to breathe out, to let go of a day's worth of ticking, 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 and finally rest. Your own breathing might be doing something similar right now. Slower than it was when we began. Heavier, that's alright. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Near the back of the shop, behind the curtain of dangling silver pocket watches that chime very softly as she passes through them, Elowen finds one last clock. It's small, smaller than the rest, sitting alone on a velvet cushion. This one is yours, the clockmaker says. Mine? Every visitor gets one eventually. It keeps a very particular kind of time, he smiles. Only for the hour just before sleep. It doesn't count minutes the way the others do. It counts settling, softening, letting go. Elowen holds the small clock in her palms. She winds it slowly, the same gentle motion she has practiced all evening. As she does, she feels her own eyes grow heavy, heavier than they have been all night. The clockmaker is settling into his own chair now. Time to rest, he says, though it isn't clear anymore whether he's speaking to Elowen, or to the shop, or to you. Every clock around them has gone quiet. Every gear has stopped its turning. The only sound left is the soft, slow tick of the little clock Elowen still holds. To follow her any further tonight, she's exactly where she needs to be. Warm, unhurried, surrounded by 100 small stillness. Let your own breathing settle into the same slow rhythm. In and out, heavier each time. There is nowhere else you need to be tonight. Nothing left to wind down but yourself. Rest now. Good night.